Use code ANGEL on Chossy's store to help the channel out at no cost to you.
Nothing can block my way! I'm the mighty bulldozer! Here I come, the bulldozer, powerful.
Ahoy hoy, I'm Angel and this is Dreamstar Toys, the number 001 Pushing Machine Warrior. That is a stupid name, Pushing Machine Warrior. I mean, it is what it is, right? It is a pushing machine, I guess. A bulldozer? That's what it is, right? I don't know construction things. I outgrew Tonka when I was a little kid. Anyways, this is one of their members of their Constructicons. I don't know which one. I only know Scrapper, and that's not even my favorite one. My favorite one's Mixmaster. So there we go. I like two. The back, like the others, it's backwards. So that's always hilarious. You're supposed to like flip it like this, and now it's upright. Whee! This guy obviously turns into a pushing machine and also a shoulder piece, not an arm. It turns into the upper arm, not the lower arm. Because the upper arm is, the lower arm is actually this thing. And I'm just going to go ahead and just throw this to the back. So we can talk accessories. He comes with this that you can open up. I forgot how to open up, and I did open it up because I had to. In the inside, you have the hand, but at this moment, I forget how to open it, and I don't really care. I'm gonna use this just for their Megatron, and I forget where the fucking torso is. If not, I would just like slide that on, but only one leg missing, and we'll have the Megatron nice and ready. There it is. It's very easy to, there you go. And the hand's pretty good as well, but it's just that, and then you just flip it in there. And yay! It has a heel spur and toe tilt, and doesn't have an ankle tilt, it's just a toe tilt, but that's fine. Nobody's expecting that Megatron to be anything that amazing anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead, set this on the side, and let's talk about another one of its accessories, Legon that it can use in robot mode, and it's fine. It's painted black with a little bit of silver, and it compacts really well. And then you can actually store it in the vehicle mode back here, and that other side. All right, yeah, sure, yeah, sure. And that takes us to the bulldozer mode. Let me go ahead and go closer. So yeah, he also includes two swords that he can store in bulldozer mode really well on both sides. And here's the bulldozer itself, and it actually rolls really fucking well. Actually, like, put this on the floor and just like pushed it, and the pushing machine actually went far, and that's awesome. I was scared that this little part was gonna scrape on the floor, but it didn't. So like, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It has like this part to scrape the ground as it's working, because it's besides being a regular bulldozer, apparently it's also an agriculture bulldozer, and that's pretty awesome. You can totally tell this is the robot mode chest. You can totally make that out. This thing looks messy, but I do love it. It's very, very compact. Like, very fucking compact. Let me just show you how compact it is. Here it is next to DX9 Kukinski. And that's just the size of an MP car. Look at that. It's about the same size as an MP car. Look at that. tad bigger, a tad longer. But this thing compacts insanely well. We have a couple of gimmicks here because besides, you know, being able to store the things here, you can extend the bulldozer itself, and that's always awesome. But doing so, like, this thing it's gonna pop off, so keep that in mind. They secure fine there, but as soon as you start manipulating the bulldozer itself, it's just they come out. But you can also move the bulldozer up and down, inside and out. But mind you, that's actually gonna keep popping off. The rolling wheels are really well done. In the transformation sequence, they show that you should like grab this and put it to the front. I found that does nothing for it because it doesn't actually tab anywhere, so it makes no difference if you just leave the hip skirt in place. So I just left it in there, and again, makes no difference for transformation. Not really. Doesn't give it a different view. Doesn't give it a different look. It's just a thing you can do, and I found no reason for it. Maybe for combine mode, but if you know my channel, we don't combine our bots here. That's for rich people. I don't fucking know. But I like it. These are the feet all the way up here. And that's insane, because his head is in there. Can barely make it out, but his head is in there. His head is in there, so he's tucking his head between his feet. The contortion here is pretty fucking awesome, all things considered. And that, you can barely make it out, but if you didn't know any better, you wouldn't know that's a hand. It says danger on the side. But that is the robot mode hand. So, like, the hands are exposed in vehicle mode, but you can barely make them out. And that's, man, DST, Dreamstar Toys, just keeps making them better and better. So before I keep gushing, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna transform this guy, and we will be right back. Look at all those details. That is fucking amazing. Amazing, I tell you.
Who's that transformer? Behold, skid mark. Skids.
And here he is in robot mode, and he looks sublime, amazing. He looks great, with the exception of the lack of painting in the fucking eyes. My God, what is with these people and not just painting eyes? And that forces me to go in there, remove this, unscrew everything, take out the eyes, paint them myself, and then put them back on. Guys, come on, just paint the fucking eyes. It's a shame. Regardless of the transformation for this thing is good. I don't know what else to say. The transformation sequence, it's involved, but it's involved in the best way possible. I love how the bulldozer part, the pushing part, actually taps in to the back of the legs, and it's cohesive, and that's pretty damn cool. The cockpit where you drive this thing is the back of it. He gets a little thruster, rocket thruster, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, it does have its issues. This here doesn't really tab, so it just hangs there. I wish it tabbed. It tabs here, but not here. And that to me is an oversight, because like if you're gonna have it tab it to the side, have it tab to the back as well. You have like a lot of really nice details here. I like these things. You can like put them in different ways. You can have them look backwards like that. Can have them look forward like that. You can use them like as shoulder cannons. That is totally something you can do. You can use them like thrusters. I like to have them like this and just have them like shoulder mounted thrusters as well. Like I like to think that it's using all of them to propulse himself. And as you can see, he has weapon storage for the fucking knives. He can actually wield them very well as well. He can actually like combine them into a double blade. And he holds the gun well. As well. He's just a very cohesive robot. I love it. With the exception of the lack of paints in the eyes, this guy is pretty damn good. So let's go ahead, after I'm done gushing. So again, you can like make out a lot of details. Look at this. Look at this. That's awesome. It's just great. Obviously, this guy is lighter. Gun tends to fall seams. No, it's fine. This guy is lighter than the previous ones, but the previous ones were meant as legs, as feet. And usually in combined bots, you want the feet to be the heavier parts. You want the arms to be lighter, obviously. So that's why this guy actually feels lighter than the other ones. But let's get into some size comparisons. Here he is next to Mega Man X. You lower the... There we go, much better. Here he is next to Mainline OP. Where the fuck is Mainline OP? Here he is. Here's next to Mainline OP. You can see he towers over Mainline OP. Element OP. Of course, here he is next to MP10. And I think these two look really well next to each other. I think, personally, I think this works. A little bit shorter at the head, but taller at the shoulder pads. And of course, gotta put him next to my lovely wife. She is there, honey. And just for good measure, here's Megatron's foot. That Megatron figure is gonna be pretty fucking tall. This guy is oozing articulation, as you can see from the rubric to the side. His head has full range of motion, and I love that. The arms, sadly, are not universal. You have all around. You can go up on this hinge. It's part of the transformation hinge. But it has no outward movement. No outward movement of the arm, which makes sense because all of this shit is in the way. And sure, you can do this and go like this, but like that looks ugly. So no real true outer movement at the arm. And you know, it's one of those things that I feel it should be industry standard. Besides that, he has everything else you could want. Arm swivel. You have over 90 at the elbow. Wrist swivel. The wrist can go up and down as well, which is pretty good for different poses. Fingers. You have one finger articulated. He can point, and the other fingers are tied together, but that's, you know, that's fine and dandy for me. He has an ab crunch, a bit limited in the ab crunch, but I'd rather have a limited ab crunch than no ab crunch at all. So that's great. That is great. See, doesn't hold the gun as securely as I might want, but it doesn't fall, so that's good at least. Let me move these as I manipulate him. The wrist, I don't know if you can hear that. The waist has a soft ratchet, and that's pretty cool. And then he does have universals at the legs. thigh swivel. You can, has about 90 at the knee, but like there's so much shit on the way, it just gets caught, and a couple of it on taps when you do it. The knees are double jointed, so you have bend here. So like you can get 90 and then get a little bit more. So that's cool. And yeah, it has a tendency to untap, but it's not the worst thing. Doesn't tab terribly. So he has feet that go down, feet that go forward, and ankle tilt. Really good ankle tilt as well. So the amount of possibility you can get on this guy is pretty impressive. It's just a shame that he has no real outward arm movement that you might want. Might want this to go out that way, but it does not. It does not, but that's fine. That is fine. So ultimately, I'm giving this guy a 10 out of 10. Almost gave him the very elusive 11 out of 10, but then I actually sat down with myself, played around with it a little bit more, and I decided no. You know, build-wise, this inexcusable. These tend to untap once in a while. It's not the worst thing ever, but they do tend to untap, and you know, if I'm being fair, that should not happen. This should not have been part of the design. The gun tends to fall off, not in the worst way, but it is a thing that happens. Besides that, I am docking half a point in paint and presence because, yeah, he is painted completely with the exception of the fucking eyes. If you're gonna paint it, might as well paint the eyes as well. I'm just saying. Otherwise, this thing is amazing. You can even tap these here. Look at that. Can give them arm-mounted blades. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Arm-mounted blades. Isn't that like the coolest thing ever? Sadly, I don't think there's any there's any way that you can store this. But like you can totally pull a Baraka with this guy. And not many bots can pull a Baraka. And Baraka is a pretty awesome Mortal Kombat character. Look at that. Look at that. I love this. I love this. The transformation is fun. This whole thing is fun. DST has really been surprising a lot of us with what they have done recently. Yeah, I got this for around 115. You can get it for around 115 on Josie store. No reason not to. It's for what it is. You're getting a very affordable but a really great figure, if I do say so myself. Like, I can highly recommend this thing. Man, it's fun. It's fun to play with, fun to pose, fun to transform, which, you know, you wouldn't expect it from something that looks like, well, this. Well, thanks for joining me. Thanks for being part of this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Use code ANGEL to help out my channel at no cost to you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.
Here I come, the bulldozer, powerful bulldozer. Clear the road away, push, 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 mighty bulldozer. Vroom, vroom, heave and ho, vroom, vroom, heave and ho.